Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Looks like a beautiful sunshiny Sunday as well. Welcome to my Clever Creations Live. I am Lori Longwell, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and right now I am sitting in my craft room. I've got a cup of coffee over here, and I'm ready to create some fun cards with you. Now, I'm going to be doing a slimline card and a coordinating envelope. Actually, I'm going to do the envelope two different ways. One, we're going to make an envelope, and the other one, we're going to use the legal size envelope, which I'll show you all of that in a few minutes. But so I have the Clever Creations team, as I mentioned briefly in my introduction, and each month our team does a team swap card. And we're not a big group, but we have fun. We love to swap cards with each other. Just a great way to share creativity, let somebody know you're thinking about them. And the other fun thing is we can leave our cards blank inside, so the person, the receiver of the card, can either keep it or they could gift it to somebody else. So it's just a great way for us to interact as a team and share our creativity with each other. So in saying that, one of my team members, Dawn, who lives out in Reno, she's my sister-in-law, she is super creative, and she decided to help me by kind of taking on our team swap. So each month, Dawn comes up with a really great idea for us for our card theme. And this coming month, it is a slimline card. So I thought I had a team member reach out to me and inquire about slimline cards. And I thought, perfect. I will do a video showing the slimline card. They're really not hard. They're just a different, pretty much going to take up your piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. So if you want to craft along with me today, grab at least one piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. One is going to be for your card, and the other piece of cardstock will be for your envelope. So if you're just doing a craft along and going to be kind of your practice piece, pick some cardstock that you're really not, maybe isn't your favorite. That's what I usually do for my practice piece. I may pick a piece that's not my favorite, or something that I just don't use a whole lot of. So grab those two pieces of cardstock. This is super simple. You're going to need your paper trimmer. And if you like to score using the Simply scoreboard, grab that as well. Whatever you like to score with, because we need to do a little bit of cutting, just a little bit. Or you're going to need some scissors. You're going to need your paper snips. And probably the double-sided tear and tape is awesome for the envelope, but it's not absolutely necessary. You could use your Stampin' Seal. You could use glue if you so choose, if you don't have Stampin' Seal or the tear and tape. So I think that's it for supplies. But as I turn down to the table and look at what I've got here, if I think of something else, I'm going to let you know. But the most important is going to be your cardstock, a paper trimmer, and or your Simply scoreboard. Okay? I'm just going to refresh myself really quick on my tablet. Let a few more people jump on here if they're able to. And then I'm going to turn you down to the table, and we're going to get crafty on this Sunday morning. What a beautiful day it is. So, all right. I'm going to flip this camera down. And get a little look at my table. I adjusted last week. I played around with a couple things on my desk, my layout, and I adjusted my overhead arm, my light that's on a big arm. So I'm hoping that it's going to help a little bit. It looks like I'm squared up here. So let me just get to that. Boy, there's a huge lag. Hi, Julie. Hi, Emily and Cheryl. Welcome. Hi, Pat, Lori. Please be sure that you guys leave a comment, because I can do prize patrol, which reminds me, let's take care of that right now. So the last time I did a video, I can't even remember the day because I've been kind of all over the place with crazy busyness of summer and all of that good stuff. But the last thing I did was my paper pumpkin. Hey, Lisa. Yes, I know you are very busy. You got a lot going on, girl. And Susan. So my last video, I did the Full of Charm paper pumpkin kit, and I did some alternate projects using the Charming Day bundle of products. So these were my cards that I made. I was smart enough to put them in a little case so that I didn't lose them, because I'm always doing that. I'm stuffing them in with all of my cards that I have, and then I forget about them. So I need to pick, oh my gosh, I need to pick a winner. I'll probably do a little spin thing after this video, and the winner is going to get this set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards is going to my winner from last week. So it pays to watch and comment. Also, I do need to start, I haven't been putting every video that I do over to my YouTube channel. They do get deleted off of Facebook after 30 days. It's their new policy. So I probably will transfer this one over to YouTube, the paper pumpkin, and then the one I'm doing today I'm going to transfer to YouTube, and I will put that link on. Oh my gosh, you guys, funny thing. So I watch myself on my tablet so I can see those comments. And I wanted to zoom in on my screen, my video screen, and I was trying to do it from my tablet and not my phone, which is what I'm recording on. So, yeah, maybe I need more coffee. So anyway, that's what's going to go up for the winner is 5 awesome cards from the paper pumpkin. All right, so what we're here for today, we are going to make a slimline card and envelope. This is the template for the envelope. If you want to take a screenshot, I will post all of this later so that you have it. But you need an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock in order to make an envelope. Okay? Now, for the card itself, you need a piece. Hi, Pat. Hi, Cindy. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks for your comment, Emily. I appreciate that. For your card itself, you are going to need an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. Then you're going to cut that piece of cardstock, and I'm going to do this in a minute, but I'm just going to tell you right now so you kind of have an idea of where we're going. You're going to cut that piece of cardstock down. You flip it like this so that your 8.5 by 11 is right here. You're going to cut it down to 7 inches. Okay, so that you've got yes, this is called Shy Shamrock. No, is this the Summer Splash? I get them confused. No, this is Shy Shamrock. Sorry. Shy Shamrock. It's a very pretty green. Beautiful green. Love it. It's even more beautiful in person than probably what you can catch on the screen. So anyway, you're going to cut your piece of 8.5 by 11 down to 7 by 8.5, and then we're going to score it at 3.5 inches so that we have that slimline card. So I'm going to keep the template for the envelope handy. We're going to start off with the card first. So whatever piece, if you're crafting along, if you've got your piece to do your card, we're going to do that first. And then I'll show you the product that I'm going to use to make these really pretty cards. I've got 2 cards that we're going to make today because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 people with birthdays this month. 2 grandchildren, a daughter-in-law, my son, well, maybe that's it, 4. 2 grandchildren, daughter-in-law, and my son. So I have 4 July birthdays. All right, so my little score blade, I have ordered some more. They aren't here yet. Hey, Barb, how are you? They are not here yet, and I desperately need it because I'm hoping that the new score blade, I think what happens is maybe some of this little beveled edge gets worn off after so much use, and it just will not stay in the track. So I've ordered some new ones, and I'm hoping that'll help, because I don't see where we can just order this track. You can for a metric. I might have to, and then adjust it with a little ruler. I don't know. But anyway, that's my saga on that. All right, I need to cut this. So I'm going to put it in at the 8.5 inch side. Yes, because I need it 8.5 inches long, and I need it 7 inches wide. So I'm going to cut this at 7. And then I'm going to save this because I'm probably going to need it for something. We always need white paper. So I'm going to keep that. That could be the inside of my card, actually. Now I'm going to flip this so that this is the 8.5. I'm not going to flip it. I'm sorry. This is your 8.5 inch side. You want to keep it at your 7 inch side. Okay? So I'm going to scooch it over to 3.5 because now I need to score. So I've got my cutting blade, which is my darker one. If you've got the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, I want that out of my way, and I want my lighter blade, the scoring blade, up here. Now, I will grab the Simply Scoreboard, and I will show you that when we do the envelope. All right? So for this, because it's just one score line, I'm going to use my paper trimmer because that's usually my scoring tool of choice is my paper trimmer. I can do it all in one, cut and score. So now I've got 7.5 by 8.5. We're scored at 3.5. I'm just simply going to fold that in half. Now, if you want to make a slimline card that's shorter than that, certainly you could do that. Oh, you have a metric track, Barb? Oh, maybe. Yeah, I'll let you know. Maybe we could barter. I am going to burnish that so it's got a nice crisp fold line. All right, so now we have our envelope. So I think I started to say, if you didn't want a card that's quite this long, but you want that slimmer, you could always do it a little bit shorter if you choose. But I believe that, you know, kind of the purpose of calling it the Slimline card is it still is that 8.5 length, which will fit in a standard legal size envelope, which I have a box of them. And these are just some cheap ones, 4.13 inches by 9.5 inches. So it's a little bit longer, but it'll easily fit in your legal size envelope. But for today, I'm going to make an envelope, then we're going to use the legal size envelope for another one. So I've got my card base. Now, I am going to use some beautiful paper. This is going to be a card for one of my special people this month. I'm not sure which one is going to get it. I've got 3 girls to choose from, 2 granddaughters and a daughter-in-law to choose from. So anyway, I've got some paper I'm going to use from the Wildflower Birthday pack of paper. I believe, oh my gosh, let me grab my catalog because I can't remember if this is, I've had this for so long. I want to say it is online exclusive, but I could be wrong. Designer paper. Do you know how long it's been since I've looked at my... Yes, this is online exclusive. I have not looked at my catalog in a long time. I've gotten so I really use the online shopping, looking, searching, and what all, because so many products are online exclusives only, meaning they're not in a paper catalog, they're just online. But this is called Wildflower Birthday, and I might have the back thing that goes in here, but I'm not seeing it. Looks like I may have taken it out, probably because this is like my second or third pack of this paper. So this paper is really, really pretty, you guys. It's birthday themed, obviously. So we've got some pretty tiered cakes, which actually these could be even for a wedding, but these do have candles on them. Very, very pretty pastel colors, like pretty in pink, soft sea foam, pool party, peach pie. We have some blueberry bushel, this darker blue, which you're going to see in just a minute. I'm going to use that on my other card. So the back side has some pretty stripes. I've got lots of strips in here, so we'll just pull those out. We've got a gingham, and the opposite side of that is some flowers, which you're going to see in a card. We've got this pretty piece with pool party and the gold little trim here, very cute. This piece with soft sea foam leaves. And let's see here, we got more. We've got, oh, these are some little tag pieces, which I'll get to, but the back side, we've got some little flowers in peach pie. Let's find the main pieces, main components of the paper here. We've got this piece of floral with gold foiling, really pretty. And the background is like super, super soft pool party. And then the back side, soft sea foam. And actually this side may be just really soft seafoam white. It's very pale. It's beautiful. I'm just going to leave that there for a second. Let's see if there's another sheet of cardstock. I was thinking there was. Nope, I think that's all that. Then there are these sheets, which I've taken out a lot of these little die cuts. So it comes with 2 sheets of these little die cuts, laser cut pieces. Look at all the pieces you get on this, you guys. I mean, there are just tons of these. They are beautiful. They're bigger pieces. They're great for scrapbooking. Should you be doing a scrapbook, these would be awesome. Hey, Dawn Towner. Can't remember if I said hello. But they also work fine for your cards. And because of these longer, bigger ones, some of these are going to be perfect for my Slimline cards. So I'm going to be incorporating a lot of these in my cards today. I'm going to try to slip this back in here carefully so I don't break up my pieces. And then a lot of those die cuts, like I said, I'm on my second or third pack of this paper. I've used it a lot. I absolutely love it. So I have a lot of die cuts and I just put them in a little pocket to protect them. So that's the paper we're going to use on both of these cards today. And just set that over to the side. All right. Don't need that one. Okay. So for our first card, we've got a white card base. Sorry, I got a little distracted with everything that I had going on here. I have this already all planned out, you guys, so that's why everything is already cut. Let me move this. Oh my goodness, I can't get a hold of it. There we go. So I used a piece of gold foil. You're going to see that. This is a textured gold foil that we have, really pretty. So that's going to be in here because we've got all that pretty gold foiling going on. I have a piece of soft sea foam, which is 3 1/8 by 5 3/8 because I wanted a very, very small border of white. So I've got my soft sea foam, and actually my card, oh no, it is going to go, no, my card is going to go this way. This one is going to be landscape. Then I have a piece of designer series paper with the stripes, the pink and the soft sea foam, and that is 3 by 5. I need to measure it because I can't remember. I think it's 5 1/4, or excuse me, 8 1/4, because this paper's longer. So I can't remember what I said over here. So this is 3 3/8. I probably said it wrong. By 8 3/8. So this is just going to give that 1/8 border. And then this little strip is 1 1/2, just because that's what I decided to make it. And the length is 8 1/4. So again, I'm just going to place that on there so I have that 1/8 inch little edge underneath my paper. And then this will go on here. Now, my other idea was this is going to be for my envelope. So we have some 12 by 12 paper. I don't think I've talked much about it. We have some two-tone 12 by 12 cardstock that you can purchase. And you can purchase it in your color, and you can also purchase it in packs that have some different colors. So this is the pretty in pink. And you can see, I hope, the darker and the lighter, therefore the two-tone. So I'm going to cut a strip of this that's going to go up here, and I'm going to run it through the embossing machine. Now I'm going to cut a piece that is, oh my gosh, I'm going to take that scoring blade out of there because I don't need it. So I'm going to cut it at 2 1/4 inches. And then this was, what did I say? 8 1/4? Yes, 8 1/4. So I'm going to cut this piece at 8 1/4. So this part about decorating your card, I don't know if you want to try to follow along with that or not, because I got a lot of different things going on here. But, you know, you can make your sizes all you want. I think the most important thing is cutting that card base and getting that correctly. So then we're going to layer this like this. I think I'm going to emboss this piece, so I'm going to show you. Because there's these stripes, I really want to emboss this with stripes. So I've got this corrugated embossing folder, and I'm going to pop this piece of paper in here, and you can see it's not going to cover the entire piece. So I'm going to emboss this piece, and then I'm going to place it back in the embossing folder and emboss this little section. So I'm going to grab my stamp cut and emboss machine. Here it is. This is the Big Boss. This is our big stamp and cut and emboss machine, the full-size one. So it's a little big for my camera area. I don't bring it out very often, but I do want to show you because I'm going to be putting this through 2 times. So I've got that piece of paper in here. Like I said, it's only in partially. So I'm going to put my embossing folder in here and the plate on top. And because this is a 3D embossing folder, I only need the bottom plate and this top plate number 4. Now, I've seen people do their embossing plates a little bit different than me, and that's okay. You just have to get that sandwich so you get enough of the embossing. So you'll see with these 3D embossing folders, they are very detailed. And with this two-tone cardstock, it is just a little bit thinner than our normal cardstock. It's somewhere between, it's probably more like the basic white, not the thick basic white. So now I want to be very careful, and I'm lining up the corrugated lines in the folder to what I've already embossed so that I keep that as even as possible. I'm going to slip that plate in there and run this through again. So I think what I was trying to say with this pink, I'll show you just here in a second. Let's get this out of here. So now it did leave a little edge that might not be ideal, but I think I'm going to be able to cover that, and I might have a little idea of what I could do. So it didn't work out quite as good as I was hoping. What I should have done was I should have put the embossing folder over further, and not embossed all the way. It's hard to explain, but there probably was a better way to do that. But I'm going to try to cover it up so we won't see that. Okay. So you can see it kind of cracked. It's kind of got a little bit of the white. So a really fun thing that you can do with this paper, this two-tone paper, it's got a white core. So I've got a little buffer, and I can lightly go over that and make even more white come through. So this is a white core paper. Our usual cardstock is not white core. It is solid all the way through. So this is just something fun. Now I really accentuated that line, didn't I? That's okay. We're going to make it really unique. So we've got that piece. All right, now we're going to get into the assembly. So I'm going to attach this piece to my card front. There are some stamp set. I know of one particular stamp set right now that would be great for Slimline cards. And I don't have it. It's got some critters. It's really cute. I can't think of the name of it. I believe it's an online, I know it is, an online exclusive item. But it has some critters, and they come down like this, so that would be really cute for a Slimline card. And then we've got this piece. So this is going to just lay over top of that one, layer over it. And if you wanted to cut it down, you know, if you're doing your piecing and you don't want to layer, you could make your pieces butt up to each other. But we're just going to do this. And again, I want that little 1/8 inch, so I want to try to get this as even as possible. There we go. I like that. So there's my Slimline there. Now let's decorate the front, and then we'll do a little something on the inside. So I've got all these little ephemera pieces here. And this label is left over from a paper pumpkin that had some gold trim on it. And I thought, well, that's perfect. That's going to work. So look, that's going to cover up my little boo-boo, my little thing I had going on there. Okay. So I've got this gold circle. I cut this out using the Stylish Shapes dies. I used the largest circle of the Stylish Shapes with the gold foil, the textured gold foil. I've got my birthday cake ephemera piece. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to pop that up on a couple dimensionals. And I had my dimensionals out. What's everybody got going on this weekend? Did you have a wonderful 4th of July? We went to some fireworks. Hope you guys are still on here. It says I'm live. So we went to some fireworks with one of my sons and 3 little granddaughters. That was fun. The girls really enjoyed all the lighting up the sky and all that good stuff. Okay, so whoop, get that off there. This is easy peasy when you have ephemera, you guys. Okay, Cheryl, I just was concerned. I wasn't seeing any comments, and I thought, uh-oh, did I lose everybody? You're just watching intently or crafting along, right? All right, so another fun thing in that pack of Birthday Wishes paper are these, there's a couple different of these little banners. And I think this is really cute with the gold that I have behind the cake, because there's little gold foiling accents in this. So I want to put this gold little banner on here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. Happy retirement, Cheryl. Hope you enjoyed. Was this your first full week of retirement? Maybe more than that by now. A happy retirement anyway. Okay, so we're just going to pop that on there. I think that's really pretty. And probably need some ribbon. So let me find some ribbon. Oh, something with the gold. Yeah, that would be pretty, right? Because we got all this gold. I'm really going to glam this one up, you guys. I am going to cut a section of ribbon. And I think do that little, hi Linda. Oh, yay for you doing summer school. God bless you. I'm going to put some tape down here because I'm going to do a little trick with my, hi Linda, with the ribbon. And oh, there it is. Jeez. I'm telling you, you guys. I'm losing it here. I'm just going to back and forth this ribbon like that. Cut that off. And then I'm going to pop this up on there. Oh, man. I have a granddaughter who's going to be 8, and she is very, I'll use the term bougie because she uses that term sometimes. But she likes her glitz and glamour and all that fun stuff. That's okay, Linda. You can always catch the beginning on replay. We're making the Slimline cards. I'm using the Birthday Wishes designer series paper, which comes with these really pretty little ephemera die cut pieces. Love this pack of paper. I've used it a lot. It also would be great for scrapbooking if you had some birthday pages you need to make. And also, it really could be wedding, baby shower. You could do all kinds of things with this pack of paper. It's just so darn pretty. All right, so we've got our cake. It's up on the circle. I mean, we are just shimmering and shining here, you guys. I'm going to do this little label with a happy birthday on it, and I chose to just use the Round We Go, this happy birthday right here. I thought it was a nice size and would work for this tag. Yep. Okay. And I really don't want to use, I don't think I want to use black. It just is going to stand out way too much. I could bring out the blueberry bushel. Let's see if I like that. I think I have more of this label. I think this is going to work. Let's just bring out that blueberry bushel from the candle. Give that a little stamp. Perfect. And I'm going to need that for my other card anyway because I'm using the blueberry bushel. And maybe, oh, I think I'm going to put that little flower right there. It just felt like a little, maybe the shy shamrock. Yes, that would have been pretty too. You're right. Yes. I'm going to pop this up on a dimensional right at the end of my banner because I just feel like that banner might need a little something. It's a little plain right there at the end. Oh, I love this card. I don't want to cover up my cake. So I think this is going to have to go right there. And then we'll put some little embellishments there. Put 3 dimensionals on there. There we go. Oh my gosh. So cute. So cute. All right. And then for embellishing on the front, I'm going to use the party dots, which come in the Pretty in Pink, the Pool Party, and the Peach Pie. All the colors I've got going on here. Pretty much all the colors, I should say. Many of the colors. So let's put a pink one right there, a peach pie right there. We'll throw in a pool party right there. So cute. Oh, we could do a few more. It's a party. Let's make it really cute. It is pretty. I'm really loving this card. And I think whoever gets it is really going to love it too. I hope. There. And another pink one How about right there? There. Isn't that cute, you guys? Now, for the inside, I've got a strip of designer series paper, and this card is already white, so I'm not going to worry about putting another strip of paper on the inside. I do want to, whoops, that's not the one I wanted, although it would work because we've got the flowers out here. You know what? I'm going to bring the flowers to the inside. So I've got this strip of paper, which is, it was left over. That's going to work perfectly. It's about 1 3/8, but I do need to cut it down to 8.5. So let's just, I'm just going to make a little cut and see if I've got it. Okay, Cheryl, thank you. Enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. And then I'm just going to put a real fine line of adhesive around the end and one edge. Because then if we want to tuck in some money or a gift card, we could do that. So we could make it a gift card holder. So then if you've got some money or a gift card, it could just slide right. Let me get something with colored paper so it shows up a little better. Oh my gosh. 40,000 pieces of paper and I can't find one that will fit. There we go. So you could put your money or your gift card in here, and then we will stamp a little birthday wish inside. Let me find something that I want to put on the inside. Where did those big, that's not going to work. What's this say? Oh. Sorry, just trying to find something that would work. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's do Let's Celebrate. Another simple sentiment. And I'm going to use the blueberry bushel again because there's a lot of that in the designer paper. And there we go. There's card number 1. And then we'll do a quick envelope. And I'm going to save that because we're going to do the same sentiments on the next card. We're going to keep it simple. Keep it simple today. All right. So let's whip up an envelope real fast. So I've got this remainder of my pink piece of cardstock. Now, if you're using 8.5 by 11, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to cut this to 8.5 by 11 because I want a pink envelope. And I'm not going to grab a piece of cardstock because I've already got this. So I'm going to do 8.5 by 11. There we go. And now I'll get out my Simply scoreboard so you can see that, how to score it if you were using the scoreboard. Get these things out of the way. So this is our Simply scoreboard. This is something that you can purchase in the annual catalog. All right, so here's my template. I need to make a score line. So my 8.5 inch side is up here at the top, 11 inches going down. I need to score at 2.5. Now, this is cardstock, but it's not super, super thick, so don't get too crazy with your scoring. The score tool that comes with your scoreboard has a finer ball and then a heavier ball. I'm going to use the heavier one just because I'm trying to be a little bit careful. But I'm sure the small one would be good too. All right, so then I need to make a score line at 6.5. Oh, and you know what? I just got some more of those markers from Kempton Creations, which I have put on my page before for her 3D items. So let's put those in here so you can see. So we score at 2.5. these little markers, you get some when you get your scoreboard, but I've managed to lose mine. So recently when I ordered from Kempton Creations, I ordered some more. All right, so 2.5 and 6.5. Then I'm going to flip my paper. So now my 11-inch side is on here. And then I need to score at 1.5. I'll just put this on here. And 10.5. I'll put that over there. All right, so now we're going to score at 1.5 and at 10.5. I have a heavy hand when I score. That's something else so I try to be a little bit careful because I tend to be a little bit heavy-handed. And I'm going to take these out of here, put them back in the bag so that when I store this away, my little markers don't pop off. And there's this handy dandy little, I can pop it open here, little little hideaway here at the end of your trimmer where you can put your markers in there, your little little notchy things. Okay, so now we have this. Now let's score. I'm just scoring all of my lines. And then we just have to do a little bit of cutting. And this will make our envelope. All right, so on this 1/2 inch, where you've got this 1/2 inch end, we need to cut that away. So right on the score line, you can cut. And then just over the score line, you just want to cut it in a tiny little bit. And that just helps when you fold it. When we fold up that end, creating the envelope. And I'm going to do the same thing, just a little notch there. Now over here, we want to take off these 2 end panels, these 2 that are scored. So I'm going to cut them square, and then I think I want to make a little bit of a angle cut, but I'm going to wait till I get these cut down here. Cut that. So now you've got your 2, this is going to be the flap for your envelope. But to make it fold nicer, you might want to make just a slight little angle cut just so it lays nicely when we fold. And you don't have to do anything fancy there, just try to keep it straight. I know, who would refuse a card with something tucked inside? All right, so I'm going to use I think I still have a corner rounder. I shouldn't say I think I do. I know I do. This is not a Stampin' Up! Product. I apologize. But I love my corner rounder, so I won't get rid of it. I just want to do that. And then I'm going to fold in this side so I can get over here. There we go. And that one didn't turn out very good. Let's try that again. There we go. All right, here's our envelope. Now I think I want the darker side on the outside. So it's just going to fold over. So I've got the smaller little section over here, and then the larger section, because I want that to come over top and seal that. Then this is just going to seal down here. I'm going to burnish that first so that I get it nicely, and then I'm going to add my tear and tape. All right, and as I said, if you want to use glue or your Stampin' Seal, that's fine. I love tear and tape, so I'm going to use this. And a strip right down there. And plus your tear and tape is going to come in very handy for your envelope flap. Now, I want a piece of tear and tape on the inside of this little section because we're going to flip that up to keep our envelope closed up. And then I'm going to put a piece of tear and tape right here for my envelope flap. But I'm not going to remove that adhesive until I am ready to seal up this envelope. Once I get my card in it and I'm going to give it to somebody, then I will take off that piece. But I'm going to go ahead and take that off. I probably should have waited. And we're going to take this one off. Okay, we're going to fold over the side that has the adhesive on it. I'm going to fold that over onto the other side that I have folded to the inside. And now our little flap at the bottom, just fold that up. And now you have your envelope. And I've got to say, you guys, I love this little bit thinner, this 12 by 12 cardstock. It makes a really great envelope. Our regular cardstock would make a great envelope as well. It is going to be a little bit heavier, you know, the heavier weight of the cardstock. So now we've got our beautiful envelope. My little flap, I can remove that, seal up my envelope, and my card is going to fit inside just perfectly. I mean, this is a gift in itself, you guys, this beautiful card. It's just a gift. There you go. Now, of course, you could decorate your envelope, depending if you're going to mail it or if you're going to just gift it to somebody, if you're going to hand it to them, which is what I'm going to do, is just hand it to somebody. So I could use, let's see, I had some more little prettiness here. So I think I'm going to put this little flower right on the front to just kind of carry over from my pretty card on the inside. And let's tuck that right there. And then I could stamp a little something or write person's name and stuff on the outside. But isn't that beautiful, you guys? That in itself, like I said, is a gift. It's a work of art. As are all of our cards, right? All right, so if you can hang in with me, or if you're catching the replay, I am going to just do a second card. I have everything already cut for that one. It's ready to go, so I'm going to put that over to the side. And let's grab my second card. All right. Using all that same designer series paper from the Birthday Wishes pack of paper. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Lori. All right, so I did cut out 2 different pieces of paper on this one. I just used the flowers on that last one, so I think I'm going to use the birthday cakes on this one, and you're going to see why in a minute. So I need a piece of Pretty in Pink, and I don't have any, so I'm going to grab a piece of cardstock. I want a piece of Pretty in Pink underneath this, just to really pop out the pink in this piece of paper. And I'm using the little gingham piece here, so I really want another piece. So I'm going to cut this at 3 1/8. Okay, Cindy, thank you for joining me for a little bit. I appreciate it. So this needs to be 3 3/8 because it's 3 1/2. I just want that 1/8 inch. I usually do 1/4 inch, but for some reason I'm just feeling like doing the 8s. So this is going to be 8 3/8 because it's 8 1/2, and I want just that 1/8 inch. I think that is going to work perfectly. I just need to trim this down to 8 1/4 so that it fits on top of there. Whoops, so I just need to take off, I think, 1/8 inch. Let me check. I think so. Yep. Okay. So that's going to go on the front, and actually I need to take off another 1/8 inch on here. think my designer paper might have been a little more narrow. Okay, so that's going to be beautiful. Let's put this on here. This one will be a little bit quicker because I've already got it all pretty much cut out. Oh, that's why I like Tombow. I can slide it around for a second. You get it put on there wrong. Okay, and then that's going to go across the front. I might want to add, no, I think the ribbon is going to go on this piece. All right, so we've got our cakes. This is going to go on the front. Hey, Jeannie. Happy weekend. I don't know if anybody has anything planned for the last day of the 4th of July weekend. We're not sure yet. We didn't, on the 4th we stayed home. Frank did a lot of outdoor work, and I just kind of puttered around a little bit. And then yesterday, we didn't, well, I went somewhere. I went with my friend Julie. We always have a good time when we go out and about. We went to a couple of our favorite Mennonite greenhouses that were having some customer appreciation things going on. So we enjoyed being out and about a little bit yesterday. And then in the afternoon I came back. I have been purging my retired product like a wild woman, you guys. I'm grabbing some ribbon, so hold on one sec. Trying to see what I want here. Huh. Oh, that's probably way too dark, yeah. You know what? Well, I don't know. We're not going to use ribbon. I have been purging my retired products, and I sold a ton on a special Stampin' Up! Buy and Sell group. And then my goal is, because I've gotten on such a roll, I am going to probably do, my plan is to do an online sale. I just need to figure out when I can do it. My next week, this coming week. Oh, Shirley, I have so much. I have certain things. I do have a cabinet with certain retired product that I just cannot get rid of, or it's just such a basic, maybe some sentiments or different things that I can't make myself get rid of. But I just have so much that I pretty much have to force myself. I want to make sure that's straight, and it looks just slightly crooked. And sometimes as I'm, yes, I will get that to you. Sometimes as I'm purging, and I think I really want that, I may put it in a pile and keep it off to the side or whatever. And then if I don't use it again, I just have to get rid of stuff. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't want to call myself a hoarder, but my craft supplies might be close. Might be close. Okay. So you see what I did there. I did the pink layer, and then I put my designer series paper. Then I did another layer of blueberry bushel. I wanted something going down the middle, and I put a coordinating piece of designer series paper on that, leaving a little 1/8 of an inch border. Now I cut out 2 circles. This one is obviously way too big. These are from Spotlight on Nature dies, and this is a little bit smaller one. I'm just trying to get the little bits out of there that didn't come out. So I was talking about my retired product. I want to do an online sale, and I'm debating how I'm going to handle that. So just be watching for details. I'm very motivated at this point because I just got rid of so much on the other site that I'm just really motivated to keep on going. So just keep watching on my Clever Creations page, and I'll get that posted here in the next couple of weeks. It's not going to be immediate, but it will be in the next couple of weeks. Okay, so this little cake, big cake, pretty cake, is going to go on this circle. And Linda, if you're looking for the link for the Stampin' Up! Group that's on Facebook, I'll share that with you after I'm done. Okay, here's that. Oh, got inky fingers. There's that. That's going to sit there. And then I've got some more ephemera pieces. I love, so these are, all these pieces come in this pack of paper. So there's these little panels with sections that you could cut out yourself. And then I've got a bunch of little pieces of the flowers. I think that I might put on my envelope. All right. So I just want to see, before I adhere this down, I wanted to put some of these additional flower pieces on here, I think. Maybe down here. And some gold, a couple leaves. There's that. And then I may cut this. Okay, Pat, I'll get that for you. Yeah, I love that site. As a demonstrator, we can only, obviously, I say obviously, but some people may not realize it, but as a demonstrator, we can only sell product that is actually retired, discontinued, or discontinued. Retired, discontinued, whatever I want to call that. So we have to be very careful. We cannot sell product that is not retired or discontinued. I'm just trying to decide. I might not use that label. I had a little circle. Where'd that little circle go? Oh, here it is. I might use this and put those flowers around it. I like that. There we go. I think that's what I'm going to do, is the circle and then put the leaves on it. I'm going to have to find a smaller happy birthday. Let's see what I can find that will fit on here and then go from there. I know I must have a smaller. I was going to use the same set, you guys, but I fibbed. Let me find a little... Oh, you know what? This could... Oh, I really wanted it for birthday. I was going to say this would make a pretty wedding card. I just saw a sentiment. Congratulations. Oh, we could do just Let's Celebrate, or It's Your Day, from the Cheers and Sips. I'm going to do It's Your Day. It's Your Day. And then we'll do Let's Celebrate on the inside. I like to change it up. Tell you one thing and just go and do another, don't I? So on that site, we can only sell retired, discontinued product. So sometimes you may see things that are still current, and that person is not a demonstrator. The people that administer the pages are very good about making sure that only things that are retired if you're a demonstrator. So that's pretty good. All right, so then that's going to fit right on there. Let's arrange our little flowers on here. It's Your Day. Put this down here and get that the way I want it. That little flower fits perfectly on there like that. And then this one, let's pop that up with some dimensionals. On the side. That on there. Pop this up. And then let's add some leaves underneath it. Ephemera is your friend. We sell the ephemera packs, and then there's some of these papers like this in the scrapbooking collection, the online, that also have these little die cut ephemera pieces. So they're great to have on hand when you want to just do something quick like this. I'm going to get a glue dot for the gold foil. Whoops. I ripped the little glue dot. Put that right underneath there. And then this can go on down here in our cake. So it's got a lot going on, but I think it's pretty. Or maybe, no, we want the cake at the top. All right, so the cake is going to go up here. I'm just going to put my adhesive right there. My cake. This would make a beautiful wedding card, wouldn't it? But I'm really focusing on birthday here, so I'm going to stick with birthday. And then this is going to go on here. And on this one, I'm not going to make the envelope. I'm just going to use an envelope. And I think I'm going to have my leaf just touch over the cake stand. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, I really love this card. I am so glad I decided to use this pack of paper. And thank you, Pat, for the request. Okay, I'm going to put that back. Oh, you know what? For the inside, I still could use the happy birthday. Let's do that. So it's your day. Then on the inside, we're going to put a piece of white. And I've got that, but I need to cut it down to, it's 3.5, so I'm going to cut it down to 3 1/4. And I'm going to cut about 1/4 of an inch off there. Yep. That's going to work. Put this to the inside. Love it. All right, let's do the happy birthday in the blueberry bushel. Should have stamped before I adhered in case I make a boo-boo, but we're just doing one stamp, so hopefully I'm good. There we go. Happy birthday. And let's put a little bit of ephemera on the inside just to bring out, where's my little pack? Bits and pieces here. Oh, look what we've got here. Maybe we could put this little banner right up there. I'm going to cut this apart and cut a little piece like that. Let's put that on there to bring the party to the inside of the card, guys. This would be also kind of cute on your envelope. You could put this little banner on your envelope. There we go. So we brought the party to the inside. Let's see if I've got a flower. Oh, I've got a cup. No, we've already got cake on the outside. You could put a little flower down there. Now, I think we've got enough. I think we've got enough with this. All right. So there's that. Now, for this one, I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to use a regular envelope. Actually, I already had one. I've already got one. Now, for these envelopes, these are just some cheap ones. The inside is this black and white, which is fine. People are going to rip this envelope. They might not even look at it. Who knows? But I'm going to make it pretty. So all I'm going to do is measure this design that's inside. Now you may have plain ones, you may have whatever, but if you want to do the inside, I'm going to make it 8 1/4 inches wide and just about, 2.5 inches down in. It doesn't need to go all the way, but if you want it all the way, you certainly could. So I'm going to do 8.5 by 2.5. So I'm going to cut this at 2.5 inches by 8.5 inches long. Oops, and then I want to score it. So because my envelope, obviously it folds over, I want to do a little score line. And I already know from playing with this, it's a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. Put that scoring blade in there, score that. Fold that over so it's ready for the envelope. Bone folder somewhere. Grab a new one. That's why I have 3 of them. Okay, so let's put this inside my envelope. I'm going to use Tombow multi-purpose glue because I can move it around if I need to. And I'm not going to worry about gluing that bottom part because that's just going to sit inside there anyway. I'm just going to glue this top 1/2 inch section. Look at that. Now we've got a beautiful coordinating envelope for our card. That needs to dry for a second. Oh my gosh, oh, there it is. Let's do that real quick. There's that. And again, card fits right inside of there. Absolutely beautiful. If you want to take it a step further, you could add designer series paper on the front. I may put, oh, this would be pretty. We could put our little label on there. We could add, you know, you could do all kinds of things on the front if you wanted to. I think I'm just going to put this little flower on there and call it good. And then depending on who's going to get it, I can do a little bit more on the front there if I choose to. So there we go, you guys. There's our simple Slimline cards made easy using ephemera from the Birthday Wishes Designer Series paper pack. So there's that card with the legal size envelope. And here's this card that we created our own envelope and made that into a gift card holder. And this you could also do a gift card holder as well. Make a little strip of paper down here, a little pocket of some kind if you wanted to. Here, let's just do that. Why not? I'm going to cut this off at 3 inches. And grab the circle punch if you have one. If you don't, find something that you could notch this with. I'm just going to do about 1/3 of that circle. Put that right there. And now you could have another gift card holder where your gift card could just slide right down in there like that. So you would just put your adhesive, I'm not going to adhere this in here because I'm not sure what I'm doing with it yet, but you would just put your adhesive along just your edges, your 3 sides, put that in there, then you've got your little pocket to slip your gift card in, okay? Perfect. All right, you guys, thank you for joining me for these Slimline cards. I hope you enjoyed them. I will post the templates in case you didn't get a screenshot or something of those and would like that. I can post the template. There's a lot of them online. All are pretty similar in making the card. It's pretty basic, but I just thought this would be fun and give you some ideas of what you can do. And I am so in love with the Birthday Wishes pack. I'm going to post the link for the information on this pack of paper as well. So you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you have a great day and the week ahead. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.